Fuck up, world. What the fuck up, world? I'm with my dog, Rubio the Great. You know what I
What's
mean?
going on?
Let him
What up,
know.
everybody?
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, dog, me and Rubio, we done collab. We done did some videos together. I probably have to go back and check the description, make sure they still in there. If not, this my dog. We always collab. He just come by and we just shoot it up. But my dog, he had a chance to go visit Trump. You know what I'm saying? That he want to share his experience. I want him to share his experience and what he thinks about the upcoming election and just this, you know what I'm saying, social debate on Biden and Trump itself. So I'm gonna let him chime in and say what he got to say.
It's definitely a hot political climate right now. I mean, you know, never in our country's history do I think personally have we been more divided, and how clear it's been who is on what side. Like, are you on the side of law and order, or are you on the side of just ruthless looting, or it just depends on what kind of America you want to be in.
So
Personally, I think the election is more about not exactly the president, but the type of people that are backing, each president candidate. And I don't know. For personally, from my personal experience, I did see quite the diverse crowd yesterday or 2 days ago. When I was
exactly.
at the
I
campaign.
mean, you know,
I mean, you had, like, me personally, I was proudly waving up my Latinos for Trump flag, but I mean, you had so many areas where you glance over, you got cops for Trump, black voices for Trump, women for Trump. I mean, a lot of stereotypes that you feel like are the demographic that don't exactly like Trump.
that would be considered Democrat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Most people think that if you're a woman, you're gonna end up voting Democrat.
Yeah. When I told my cousin one time, I said I wanted to be a Republican. She told me I wasn't rich enough.
Yeah,
And it just like baffled me, like I have to be rich. You know what I'm saying? So just because I'm poor, I have to be a Democrat.
Right.
I feel like we need to get up out of those narratives and those stereotypes.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Just elaborate more about just the experience of being there in the presence of all that power. Let's just say that.
Power is the right word to use. I've never seen so much law enforcement in my life in one sitting. I even made the wrong turn, and they made a big deal about that.
Right.
Like I accidentally turned into the law enforcement parking. I immediately was surrounded by 4 cop cars and I was asked, like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" And so, I quickly let them know, "Hey, my bad. I clearly am in the wrong parking lot. I'm trying to get to the damn rally."
They don't fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. I never seen Secret Service in my life. The Secret Service were there, of course.
Right.
And well, the experience itself, man, it was very inclusive. A lot more inclusive than I thought it would be. There wasn't many protesters. I thought we'd have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, and even the protesters that did go, they weren't harassed. They weren't ridiculed or.
It was pretty
made a big
peaceful.
deal about it. Yeah, it's very peaceful.
That's why I say a lot of the stuff that we see in the media, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's Democrat driven. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have people like Antifa, Black Lives Matter, these certain groups that are backed by certain bankers that back the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And it fucks me up, and I place the blame on them because y'all should have more control of what the fuck is going on. As far as if that's y'all with y'all name out there, you should have more integrity for your name.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And as far as the people who are going out there representing you, you need to be more representative of what's going on. This is why a person like me doesn't believe in a call Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about Black Lives Matter particularly is that they've been an organization since around Obama's time. That's when they first got started.
Right.
And they've raised millions of dollars for their organization. It's a political organization, is what Black Lives Matter technically is.
And I try to tell people that.
They're a political organization that have raised millions of dollars, and of those millions of dollars, they've put zero of that back into the black community.
Say that one more time. Repeat that.
Those millions of dollars that Black Lives Matter has fundraised, 0% of that has gone back into the black community. It goes into feeding their Democratic nominee. So right now, all that money that BLM is fundraising, it's all in the effort to elect Biden.
Yes. Yes. So at the same time, I can say, hey, this is the Democrats' fault. Why are y'all not speaking up for certain narratives?
Absolutely. And like, you know, all the times that you see Black Lives Matter like advertised on TV, they get paid for that too. They own the intellectual property to the Black Lives Matter trademark.
Yes.
So if they wanted to, all these people on the streets even selling Black Lives Matter shirts, they could come up and be like, "Hey man, I need your merchandise or I need a cut."
But you know what?
This is all trademark.
They always get it on the back end. That's why I tell people that financing is about pennies. You know what I'm saying? The person who collects the most pennies is going to be the millionaire. I don't want the millionaire. I don't want the million up front. But it's the pennies. It's the GoFundMes. It's the, you know what I'm saying? It's the little T-shirts and shit at the rallies. It's you plastering your shit on the street and somebody actually paying you for using your name that's incorporated.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can't just go out here plastering Black Lives Matter allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because it is an incorporated industry. My whole thing with the Democrats is their narrative and what they're fighting for, globalism, racism, and shit like that is fucking me up, because I feel like y'all are so clueless to what the grass people really want. You know what I'm saying? And the shit that we really want, that's what y'all are perpetuating. Y'all are perpetuating the gay agenda. Y'all are perpetuating, you know what I'm saying? Just
the gay agenda for sure. I mean, in this day and age, you're screwed if you're a straight white man.
Are you a straight black man?
You're a straight black man. Either or.
Because if you're straight, you're fucked.
Yeah. In reality. And that's because right now the Democratic Party is about completely like becoming, I mean, it's just so far left. It's so radical, like it's become so radical that a lot of Democrats, you know, that first time in election season history where there was actually a movement called the Walk Away movement. And it's where Democrats, lifelong Democrats, people who have been Democrats their entire lives, you know, and they're much older now, they're doing exactly what the movement is called, this Walk Away. And so, you know, even at the rally, man, I mean, there were about 30,000 people in attendance. Right? Yeah. That's ridiculous. You know, and even then, of those 30,000, you know, there were a few thousand there that used to be Democrat and were basically converting, is what you can call it. You know, they went up, there was a particular table for people who were converting from Democrat to Republican for this election, and it's because it's clear. I mean, how insane does it sound to defund the police?
Absolutely.
Would you like to see no police officers in Jacksonville?
Absolutely fucking bonkers.
That doesn't even make
sense. And I try to
sense.
tell people, Jacksonville police are very different from the country's police. Jacksonville in its entirety is different from the country's.
Yeah, we don't have just plain old cops.
Yeah, we have
these
fucking
motherfuckers are the real deal.
Yeah,
like they specifically are referred to as sheriff's officers so that they don't need a sheriff if they're going to conduct a warrant or like if they're going to conduct a, what do you call it? What is it? I'm missing the word right now.
Investigation?
Yeah, kind of. It's like,
like
when they're going to, like it's almost like a no-knock warrant. Like when they're going to search your shit. There you go. Like,
let me tell you this. I want to know your opinion on this. Now, this is just a couple of days ago. Now, it happened to be a shooting in the neighborhood. I mean, it was a shooting. You know what I'm saying? It was like 12 shots let off in the thing. Yeah. Now, my brother is actually coming from my mother's job. And he's walking, got his headphones on. He's going to his house. Yeah. Now, as a black man, he has his, you know what I'm saying? His pistol. You know what I'm saying? But at this, you know what I'm saying? So he's walking to the house. Right. And my whole thing is as he's walking to the house, he sees the police. He goes up to his house. You know what I'm saying? He puts his gun in the house and, you know what I'm saying? It's a black cop. Comes up to him. Hey, I seen what you did. He basically tried to put the shooting that happened 10 minutes earlier on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, he's trying to take my brother to jail. So what ended up happening was, this is how life works out for good people. Yeah. The police, he called for backup because my sister-in-law wouldn't let him in the house. Right. You know what I'm saying? By no means necessary, period. They know their rights. So he was getting kind of agitated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I backed away from the situation. They called my mother, where he just came from her job, getting her key and all that stuff. Yeah. They called her, and he called some white police officers. Now, the white police officers, they came, they just seen my mother at Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. They literally just seen her. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they seen him. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing was they went on ahead and talked to the black officer and was like, whoop de whoop, you know what I'm saying? He really didn't have nothing to do with this.
Right.
But the black officer was so antagonized by just putting him in jail because he was throwing all kind of stereotypes and everything. Yeah. But damn near you have half of the neighborhood come at him like, no, that's a good dude. He ain't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, violating them. I mean, taking those weed and stuff. Didn't even write a weed ticket. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the dirtiness in the cop. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should be an investigation. It should, yes, it should be an investigation team. I'm talking about to conduct conduct. Right. You know what I'm saying? On a month to month basis. Hell, on a week to week basis. Yeah. Conduct cards. You understand?
Yeah. So I agree with all the.
I feel like it just should be a separate team of those people who investigate those cops who are so-called doing their job, because he definitely did not do his job. He wasn't understanding. He wasn't cooperative. He just wanted to take another black man to jail.
Yeah, and that's not a narrative you'll hear, especially because, you know, and this is something that maybe the black community doesn't always want to address, but a lot of times, you know, you come across a black officer and they feel like they are on a high horse because they feel like maybe they got all their shit together and they're like, look at this stupid little black guy, like he, you know, he's making us look bad, you know, and it's like it ain't like that. So for me, I feel like the prejudice isn't just
and this is coming from my Latino brother who actually knows what the fuck we goddamn going through. You know what I'm saying? Did you just explain to them what you thought about this black officer, not this particular black officer, but black officers who sit up on their so-called high horse? I want you to just explain to the people again how you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think that whenever we come across someone of our own race, we definitely like take it more personal how they're acting, and so maybe what we're blind to is the fact that, I mean, black officers are right there hand in hand with all the prejudices and the police brutality, because they do feel like they come across another black person. Same thing with white cops on white people, but they come across someone of their own race and they feel like, well, look at me, I'm the one in the suit, you know, I'm the one that's got it all together, you know, you're just the guinea pig that is under my control now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that goes, I mean, and that's really the thing. I mean, obviously you got your good cops and you got your self-righteous cops that do it for all the right reasons, but a lot of times cops are just power-hungry people that you either run into a good cop or a bad cop. It's 50-50. It's nothing about, like, it's not. I personally don't think it's about race. It's about America has shitty cops. I agree, and I think that people have done really good with what they're proposing. How we fix the problem. Like in your example, where we elect a board of people who have direct oversight of the cops' behavior, and they're the ones that determine whether or how police officers are punished. This whole clemency that they have, where they can commit they don't particularly commit a crime, but like maybe a death occurs, or maybe a crime, a quote unquote crime is committed in the event of a pursuit. Yeah. Right. The cop is 100% not at fault, because they're clocked in, you know. So that's what we need to remove. It's like we need to start being able to hold cops accountable. Right now, you can't hold a cop accountable if they shot somebody because it was in the line of duty.
But see, my whole thing, that just go back to the dude who got shot in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it as you fucked up and you gave us another bad narrative as a black man.
Yeah.
You understand? Because
I know. Getting the whole... Like, was grabbing into his, or like went into his car or whatever.
Right. I forgot his name. It might be Jacob something. I don't know. It's so many fucking names nowadays. Yeah. But my whole thing is that I'm saying is you were totally in the fucking wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell people that, they look at me like I'm fucking crazy or I'm racist. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I got all the fucking information before I even, you know what I'm saying, said something. I understand how it looks. Mm-hmm. But looks can be deceiving like a motherfucker. But just to get back, you know what I'm saying, on your experience and you know what I'm saying, the rally with Trump, man, just tell me about that, man, and how close you got to him. Did you get to ask a question? You know what I'm saying? Let the people know.
Unfortunately, no questions. But I did holler at one point and he acknowledged it. I mean, only because, you know, like it got silent. It got silent in the crowd, kind of, and I screamed 4 more years, and he looked in my direction. Now, we didn't make eye contact or nothing like that. Yeah. But you know, I put the way I see it. I'm a nobody from the middle of nowhere.
Right.
You know, so to even be acknowledged by not Trump but the president of the United States,
just the whole power.
Fuck what everybody else is talking about. Fuck what everybody thinks about the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a nobody from nowhere, and I am within shouting distance of the most powerful man on earth. And then at the end of the rally, I got to get closer, where I'm within 20 feet of the guy, and that's when it really all hit me. Like, I mean, this is a moment in history for real. Like, standing right before me is somebody who has done more for the American economy than anyone in our history
in the past 12 years. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
Matter of fact, I wanted to ask you a question. What do you think about, because yesterday he introduced that they're investing in a $46 million VA veterans hospital that will be here in Jacksonville,
right.
And he also addressed the situation with healthcare and pre-existing
like health conditions,
pre-existing health conditions, and he addressed it as though, hey, I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with the people with pre-existing health conditions. But my whole thing is not even just the Democrats. It's just people see so much of the media slander that y'all are not realizing what he's saying and what he's actually doing. I understand that you don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and it all goes down to the slander in the media. Like, you couldn't have said it any better, because as a Latino myself, dude, I wasn't like all Trump. When
you was basically riding the Obama train.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the crazy thing about it, is that when I was, so Obama was president while I was still in high school. The thing is, I thought that as a country that we were really moving forward. I mean, wow, our first black president. And then lo and behold, all of the things that he did to directly affect our country in a negative manner. We lost thousands of jobs. People weren't provided health care properly.
Homes.
Homes were foreclosed.
Fucking crazy ass college school bubbles.
Literally, America hasn't seen a worse economy in a very long time than when Obama was president. Now, that's no knock on...
He actually tripled our debt.
Yeah, and that's no knock on his color of skin. It's just, that's a knock on him as a president.
His job.
He was just an awful president. It has nothing to do with whether he was black, brown, white, pink, whatever the fuck you want to... whatever color he was, he just sucked.
He sucked.
What I'm saying? He just sucked as a president.
But when I say he sucked, everybody look at me like, are you crazy? Yeah. He's black. Like, bro, I'm allowed to have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? And my opinion is the whole simple fact that Trump himself has been doing his job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, my whole narrative is, I look at it like this here. A real person puts money in your pocket, or helps you, or leads you to the water so you can drink. Right. He has done that.
Results,
Period.
Fuck all the... Because at the end of the day, I mean, me patting you on the back and telling you it's going to be all right and we're going to get through this together, what the fuck is that going to do for you? What me getting on the podium and saying, we're going to get through this together, we're going to stay strong, You're
not telling me no plan. You don't have no detailed plan on how you're going to help me.
Bitch, I've been staying strong my whole life. This shit is a war out here, So, I mean... All those comforting words, they're nothing but comforting. If you find comfort in that, even. But the reality, it doesn't get any results done. People. I mean, that's the big thing about Trump, is like, I didn't like him at first. And because why? What I mean, what do people think that he thinks about Mexicans or Latinos? He thinks that they're rapists and all the bad stuff that they.
To me, what I got out of Trump when he said about Latinos is he want to get rid of the ones who don't mean no good.
Exactly.
And that's just anything what you do with good and
you're
evil.
The president of the. I mean, come on now. If you're the lead, if you are the owner of a company, are you going to just Are you going to let people who aren't your employees benefit off of your programs?
That's deep.
How does that make sense?
That's deep.
I mean, I want to make sure my employees eat. My employees can't eat if I'm letting fucking the guys from Popeyes come in and get everything for free too.
And that's funny too, because America is, you know what I'm saying, a company, and he is the head of the company.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny that you said something about Popeyes, because I was in a debate with Mama Horse earlier, and I wanted to bring this key point to her. Do you know that Canada has free universal health care, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, how is it being provided? Dude, I said I got a clue on how it's being provided. Like I said, we have millions.
They tax the fuck out of their citizens.
Not even that. Not even that. It's just thousands. You know what I'm saying? We have thousands of Popeyes.
Yeah.
Thousands of Popeyes. Why is the headquarters of Louisiana Popeyes?
Yeah.
You understand?
Right.
Why is it based in Canada? You know what I'm saying? Only reason why it's still any of the Popeyes still operate in what you call it is because by law they have to have a headquarters here in America. And guess where it's at? It's in Miami. So how authentic and original is the chicken? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But for years we done had people dig into these commercials with the black lady. Oh, this is my chicken and all this other stuff. But this place has been started by a Jewish Italian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's never ever been black owned, period. Yeah. And then when he relinquished it, you know what I'm saying? He relinquished it to a group of investors based in Canada. Yeah. So it has never contributed to Louisiana, it never contributed to Louisiana, New Orleans, the black community, anything. But we steady holler my Popeye's chicken. I'm the type of person who wants to take a stance and be like, I'm not eating that shit. Yeah. And I don't. Because there are other alternatives. If there's not, then make one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. These are the shits that I feel like we need to give up.
And another thing is we need to stop idolizing celebrities. You know, I wanna round or come to a conclusion about the rally. I think that what people need to do is give the things that they doubt a chance. You know, like you already doubted, so you know, go and find really find out about why you don't like it, because doubt isn't certain. You know, if you doubt someone or you doubt someone's intentions, you know, like right now I feel like where a lot of people are right now with Trump is like, well, he's a good president, but he's just not a good person. You know, he shouldn't be saying this stuff he says.
But I'd rather have a bad person who's good at their job than a good person who's bad at their job. Like Obama. You're a good person, but you were bad at your job. I told people it was two totally different Obamas. You had the one in the suit, and then you had the one in the white t-shirt who sat up there and he rolled up his sleeves. That's when he was going to work. But every time he, let's just say, catered to black people's events, NAACP or whatever, Black Historical Community College, he always wooed them. Suit and everything. He never came for business. But when he allowed, you know what I'm saying, so many immigrants in, over 500,000 within his 4 years, when there's only a cap of like 150. You know what I'm saying, that you can allow in the country. You allowed those people in the country, told your own people, alleged own people, that they have to go back to school and learn to get their jobs and their positions. But you brought foreigners in and you gave them those tech jobs and you gave those manager jobs and shit like that there. So what did you exactly do for us? I feel like you put us behind.
Yeah, and well, me, I have a lot of doubt with Obama because, you know, I mean, he's involved with Hillary. Hillary's involved with the deep state, you know. And I personally do believe that Hillary is involved with the sex trafficking. I mean, it's quite obvious, especially with the evidence that's come against her, especially with all the silencing that the courts have done on the media. I mean, right now the media is legally not allowed to talk about all the legal battles that Hillary is going through.
The indictments and stuff.
They're legally not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, and this is why I try to tell people, you know, Hollywood just got back to work. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I try to tell people that it's something big that's going on. But
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The actors themselves, they know it. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it on their faces
And I personally feel like their job is to kind of usher in the
cover
thoughts. Yeah, and for sure. Like for me, the entertainment industry, it's kind of like all the shit that we experience in the real world, in reality. We always see it on the TVs first. Like we go to a movie, right, and we're watching this movie that seems like it's from the future. You know, they're dressed differently. They got different sets of ideas. And I mean, dude, think about it. I remember personally, and I'm big on the law of attraction, right? I've talked to you about that before. Our thoughts, they manifest, you know, especially when we have this motherfucker, he walks barefoot. Like, he's really in tune with the ground. He fucks with that shit. But, I mean, when you got a large majority of the earth thinking one thing, thinking one way. I mean, let's say, for instance, in recent times with this whole coronavirus stuff, we won't really see an end to corona for a while because just about every person walking this earth has corona in the back of their mind. Now, me, it's completely escaped my mind. Like, I mean, there was a legitimate time where I was afraid. You know, I wasn't certain about what was going. I was very uncertain with everything, especially with how everything was coming along. I mean, I didn't know if I should take corona serious or not take it serious. I mean, I knew people that
I wasn't fucking with it though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and so I know that coronavirus is real, but the severity, it's not what they're telling people. I mean, it's 100% has to do with the fact that we're in the election year. Most people don't even know that in 2012 Obama was in Wuhan, the place that corona fucking originated. Obama was in Wuhan, like 5-6 years ago, and he actually gave them $5 million.
Thank you.
$5 million to research a virus.
And guess where they did it at? In the University of North Carolina. Oh my God, right here. The virus that's fucking up the whole fucking world was created right here in the Americas.
Well, it was in Wuhan.
I mean, it eventually ended up in Wuhan, but if you do a little back study on it, you'll see it was. And I blame Obama because he was the person in office and didn't pay attention to what he was funding. He funded those scientists to make the coronavirus stronger. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't strong enough. I think around the time we had like Ebola or some shit, but I don't want to cut you off from your thoughts. Go ahead.
So, I mean. Look, getting back to the point, because I'm really bad at staying on it. The biggest takeaway from the rally, because topics do get left and right, but the biggest thing is like what people don't understand. The Democratic agenda is to remove the police officers from your streets. All right, that's illogical. Okay, everybody as a normal being with a normal working human brain should know that if we don't have police officers roaming these streets, we are going to be in a world of hell. All right. Now, second, they want to remove God from the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, I'm not a religious guy myself. I am not Christian. I'm not Catholic. I'm not Buddhist. I mean, I don't conform to a particular religion. Right. I'm very spiritual. I think that we're all connected, and I think there is a creator. I think that anyone with anyone with a normal working human brain should realize
common sense.
Yeah, anyone with common sense should realize that there was a creator. Somebody made all of this. There's no way that it just
we're gonna call it rare sense because it's definitely not common nowadays. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's fucking scary.
Some sense.
Yeah.
You got some fucking sense.
But man, like I said, Rubio, I'm glad that you was able to sit down and chop it up with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And just give your experience because my personality, how I do things, everybody looks at it left and right, you know what I'm saying? But I look at the whole perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Yeah, so I have an opinion, but it necessarily doesn't agree with this person or it doesn't agree with that person. I believe in 360 degrees of perspective. Yeah. There's always a different one. So I'm glad I was able to catch you and catch your perspective on your experience of just going to the rally and shit because people need to know from grassroots people how this, you know what I'm saying, how this whole thing is affecting them because, like I said, your perspective is totally different from Mama Horse's perspective, but they're both perspectives that I respect. And just with that being said, just tell the people who you are. This is my dog, Rubio the Great, and just, you know what I'm saying, explain to people who you are. He doesn't make content, but he's a very knowledgeable dude.
Yeah, so you heard it from Mr. Horse himself. My name out here, at least, is Rubio, and I just love to learn. I just love to talk, and I just love to connect with different people. I mean, and that's what we're here for, man. We're here to connect. We're here to figure this shit out. I mean, back then, what did they do? They were passing knowledge to one another, and we'll sort out all the fuck shit. But we gotta actually get back to the point of having these discussions. We're a lot of foolishness might be said in the middle, but then you work out what's meaningful, and. I would just leave off with encouraging everybody to get out and become more familiar with the things that you don't like or you are uncomfortable with or you doubt, you know, because you might end up finding new perspective. I thought that, yeah, honest to God, I thought I was going to go to the rally. It was going to be a bunch of Karens. It was going to be a sea of blonde hair.
Yeah.
That wasn't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a very diverse yeah, man. It's not all what you hear on the media. It ain't. And another thing, damn near nobody was wearing a mask. I feel fine. There was no recorded corona cases afterward.
Yes.
You know, and
yes.
They took our temperatures. Like, people say that he doesn't take the virus seriously. I mean, when we got there, they gave me a free hand sanitizer bottle. They gave me mask. They gave me gloves. All of that in which I put in my pocket and I never used. Same with everybody else. I saw everybody else receive the same stuff, and we all just chose not to use it.
Yeah.
So it's not like he is saying, like, hey, it's not like he's like, let's ignore it completely. No, he's giving you the options. But if you feel like, as an American, you have the right to make your own fucking choices.
Yeah. Other than Biden trying to make the fucking mask mandatory. Mm-hmm. But like I said, man, that's Rubio the Great, man. He just let us in on his experience with Trump, man. And that's what I encourage people to do, man. Go find out a perspective for yourself, man. And shit, man, I feel like this was a great 30 minutes, man, and I appreciate Rubio for chiming in and bringing in his perspective. And like I said, how wild Grand Rising, I just got an opinion. I'm glad to be back on YouTube. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. And you know what I'm saying? Just tell me how you feel. You know what I'm saying? If we should make another video, I definitely bring Rubio the Great back on, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Much love to him, and thank y'all, and how wild Grand Rising, y'all.